Little Red Bird, a tale told in rhyme by your friend and mine, who goes by the name of Nick Brule, who wrote it by hand and by popular demand, made the pictures like he'd learned to in school. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who lived in a cage made of gold? She had all she could need. She had water and seed, and plenty to read, I've been told. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who looked out her cage one fine day? Through the curtains of lace was a curious place that looked far, far away. It had a sky that was blue, and green grass was there too, and things that she thought were called trees. Though her cage was quite neat, it was also petite. She could not spread her wings with much ease.
How could I roam from this place that's my home?
She thought to herself by and by.
I have all I need to eat, drink, and read. But I've always wanted to fly.
Then in front of her eyes was quite a surprise. The door was open. It's true. It looked scary out there. Should she leave? Should she dare? I wonder what you would do. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who hopped out of her cage without fear? She hopped onto a rug and said with a shrug,
I could get used to it here.
She hopped onto a book, then a desk, then a hook, then a chair that was painted blue. She hopped onto a bed, then a lamp that was red to have a better view.
I don't mean to complain, but I'm hoping in vain. The room's just too small for flight. I need a bit more. A place where I'd soar. A bigger room might be all right.
Through the curtains of lace, she saw that curious place that looked very far, far away.
I could never go there,
she said with despair.
But it might be nice if someday.
Then in front of her eyes was quite a surprise. The window was open, it's true. It looked scary out there. Should she leave? Should she dare? I wonder what you would do. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who stepped out for the very first time? With all of her might, she leapt into flight, chirping,
The world is mine!
The sky was so blue as she glided and flew through the air with the greatest of ease. She felt very proud as she soared through a cloud and back down to the ground on a breeze.
Flying is the best. Who needs a nest or a cage or a dark little room? I'll fly here and there. I'll fly everywhere. Maybe I'll fly to the moon. But before flying to space, there's that curious place that I had seen before.
So she quickened her pace and flew to that place that was far, far away no more. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who flew like a fiery spark? Straight toward the sun she wouldn't be done till she came to what we call a park.
Everything's so green. It's like nothing I've seen. What's that over there? Those are flowers, I declare. There's so much to do, and the sky is so blue. They call them trees, I think. I'm just tickled pink. There's so much to discover. I may never recover. No cage to be kept in. What have I just stepped in?
She flew all afternoon, singing a tune about a few of her favorite things, until finally she lit on a branch where she'd sit and rest her little red wings. The sun was going down on the small sleepy town that she saw in the tree from up high. Night would come soon, along with the moon and the stars that danced in the sky.
"But I don't feel quite right,"
she said at dawn's light.
"Something is missing indeed. I want something to drink, and I'm hungry, I think. And I wish I had something to read."
Then in front of her eyes was quite a surprise. She saw far away a house that was gray, and through the curtains of lace a familiar place. Inside a room that was plain was her former domain, a thing made of gold, all shiny and cold. What she saw from up there was her cage. She thought she would stay and live freely each day, here in the park neath the sky. Then she thought she'd go back where there was nothing she lacked, though she'd never be able to fly. Have you ever heard of the little red bird who had some thinking to do? Should she stay? Should she go? She just didn't know. I wonder what you would do.